Ahead of NFL free agency, there are a number of teams making moves, re signing players, trading players, and extending players. That includes the Buffalo Bills, the Philadelphia Eagles, and so many more. Y'all know we're going to talk about them, break it all down. You already know. You got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve-O. So if you love talking football talk, man, come on in, chime in, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Steve-O, what's the word? You muted.
Damn, tired of this mic. What's good?
But hey, Steve-O, a number of moves ahead of NFL free agency, man. Let's start off with the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills and their center, Connor McGovern, they went out there and reached an agreement. He will now re-sign with the Buffalo Bills on a 4-year, $52 million deal. This comes after the Buffalo Bills open up some cap space by releasing cornerback Teron Johnson, cornerback Dane Jackson, safety Taylor Rapp, and wide receiver Curtis Samuel, and after they traded for DJ Moore. Steve-O, this is one of those centers that was considered, if he was to make it to free agency, he was going to be one of the highly touted names. What does this deal mean for Connor McGovern and the Buffalo Bills?
One is one thing. Less thing you got to think about because I think they came in last year having one of the best online period, and he was a part of that. And we already know when it comes to centers, especially with where they at, what they're trying to do, them trying to win the championship, you necessarily don't want to mess that up, especially at the center. We know how important the center position really is, whether it's calling protections, peeping blitzes, or knowing when something's happening, like just reading certain things, snap counts, how he like it, snap, blocking, run blocking. It's a lot of things you got to do when it comes to the center. So for you got that comfortable chemistry with your quarterback, you don't want to mess that up. So that's less thing you got to worry about. You don't got to bring in somebody else to learn the playbook. Well, technically you kind of do now with a new coach, but still, for the most part, the familiarity is still there. So that's one less thing you have to worry about, and it's just smart. I think they made a move, dropping a cornerback necessarily. He wasn't somebody worth keeping, getting some money to sure up this deal, which is way more important.
I agree with you. I think that you had to go out there and try to find a way to keep Josh Allen center, especially after going out there and trading for DJ Moore. You want to have as much continuity offensively as possible, especially considering Joe Brady, who was the offensive coordinator last year and is now moving into the head coaching role. You want to make sure that all things on the offensive side is good for the Buffalo Bills. And I say this is a good move. You make sure he don't reach free agency to where he's enticed on anything else. And who knows? Him and his agent probably already was like, man, we're not going nowhere. I love where I'm at. I'm playing with a good quarterback. If I move somewhere else, I don't necessarily want to change the scheme. I don't necessarily want to play for this quarterback. So I think for the Buffalo Bills, they did an outstanding job to go out there and retaining one of the best centers that was going to be available on the market if he was to reach said market. So I look at it as like that. But Steve-O, we looking at some of the centers. We looking at some of the centers during free agency, bro. And I would be real with you. It ain't a lot of good names. So he'd be like, yeah, we got to have that outside of Tyler Linderbaum. I'm not saying a lot of these guys are scrub, but a lot of these guys are older offensive linemen. And we know the older you are as an offensive lineman, if you're not named Joe Tooney, if you're not named, if you don't have a big time name when it comes to offensive linemen, 9 times out of 10, you're going to go through some injuries as you start to age. But some of the names that's going to be available is Lloyd Cushenberry, center from Tennessee, Graham Glasnow, who retired and then tried to come back, Ryan Bates, who just played in Chicago, Cade May, who is a young center, 26 years old, played in Carolina, It's not a lot of good names out there if you're looking for center help in this free agency market. That's why if McGovern was to make free agency,
He was gonna be top on the list.
bro, tell me about it. It was gonna be crazy. Do you think that he would have exceeded a contract like this for a year, 52 million, or you think that's right on par?
He might have seeded it because it's a couple desperate teams out here that need a center. So I think he might have got a little bit north of that, possibly. But I think he got exactly what he should have gotten based on
Agreed.
what they get, what he is. Like, I don't think he's the best center in the league, but you could argue that he's probably in the top 10. So, yeah, I think it was a good move on their behalf. And like I said, just sure up that line so it's nothing you have to worry about going into free agency and into the next season.
Yeah, you don't play games and you don't play around with this. You definitely didn't want him to touch free agency to where a team that was
You
looking.
don't let centers touch free agency.
Yeah, that's the thing that we always talk about. Like, if you're a good offensive lineman, a lot of the time,
Period. Yeah.
not touch free agency. Teams typically lock you up for the foreseeable future, or at least on a short term deal. And for him to get 4 years at the age of 28, he's good to go. He's good to go. And who knows, man? Yeah, they just got DJ Moore. Who knows what's to happen? They still got a lot of work to do defensively, but at least offensively, they should be good to go for sure. But let's switch gears and talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles have reached an agreement with Jordan Davis on a 3-year, $78 million deal that makes him, Jordan Davis, the highest paid nose tackle in NFL history, Steve-O. First, how you feeling about that deal? Because I got something to piggyback on right after. Just real quick, what's your thoughts on him getting his money on?
I mean, quite frankly, well deserved. I mean, if you look at what his production was, like, especially if you're a PFF grade guy, he's on that par. Like, he was at a 72% grade point average when it comes to that PFF, and for a D tackle, that's fairly good. He had 50 solo tackles, 5 sacks, 20 assisted. So that's top defensive tackle type stats.
I agree with
We
you.
already know, like, they're not necessarily known for rounding up that many tackles. So for him to have 50 solo tackles is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that is one of those things when we talk about defensive linemen, interior defensive linemen, nose tackle, defensive tackles. That's why I always tell people don't necessarily just look at the sack totals. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the impact. Yeah, you want the guy to go out there and accumulate some sacks, but you don't necessarily want them. Those are not the guys that's going to typically go out there and get 12, 10 sacks every single year. Because even if we look at one of the greatest in the game, Chris Jones.
Yep.
Bro, out of his long career, he's only reached double digit sacks in 3 years.
Yeah.
At all the other years, 6.5, 9, 7.5, 9, 5, 7. Like those, if you expected some of these defensive tackles to generate double digit sacks, a lot of the times you're just being unrealistic.
And that's probably the only thing they're good at.
Yeah.
Is
They're just
pass
being
rush. But
unrealistic.
like, yeah, he was ranked second in tackles for D tackles. He's ranked third in assists. He was ranked fourth in stops. So he's outside of everything, but what for the most part, the D tackle is mainly there to fill in gaps and don't allow runs to happen and create pressures. And he had 21 hurries and 27 total pressures. He's doing his job.
That's it. You're doing your job. Now, here's where the dilemma lies, Steve-O. They still, the Philadelphia Eagles talking about, after paying Jordan Davis, have two other interior linemen in Jalen Carter and Moro Ojomo up for extension, or at least extension eligible. No deal done. Not to say no deal is coming. There are some rumors that's circulating around Jalen Carter to where they potentially tried to trade him for Max Crosby or some other moves that was coming up. Do you think the first question is, do you think the Philadelphia Eagles get a deal done with, I'm not going to say both, but at least Jalen Carter?
I think they're not even thinking about no extension with Jalen Carter right now.
You think so?
Mm-mm.
Oh, why that? I need to hear that.
For one, motherfucker, yeah, you playing well, but like I said, in order for me to ignore everything else going on outside of you, you got to be playing astronomical, and you're not.
Oh,
You allowed another D tackle to come in here and be second and third in spots where you should have been second and third.
mm.
So like you the higher draft pick, you got the higher upside, yet they was willing to pay another D tackle. What does that tell you?
Mm.
What does that honestly tell you? When you walk away from it, you can come up with every excuse that you can have in a book, but at the end of the day, they decided to pay somebody else over you, and you're younger. He's young. He's 26, but
Right.
you're what, 24, 25?
Yep, 25.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with going out here next year, playing your ass off, and then or maybe I see them paying them in the middle of the year, possibly. But I don't feel like they're having major like I don't think conversations is happening heavy right now. I think they're like, we're gonna get to you.
Yeah,
But
we're
we
gonna see
also
what's to it.
but we also looking for a little bit more as well.
I agree with that because you're looking at it right now. They got him locked up until 2027.
Yeah.
Well, if they want to extend him past 2027, they can utilize his 5th-year option on Jalen Carter, which then he'll be making $27 million a year. So at that point, you'll be fine. Yeah, this year coming up in 26, you'll only be making 1.1 million. It's not a bad thing because you gotta earn it. That's just how it is.
Simple
Sometimes
as
it's a
that.
bit unfair. We always talk about the NFL and how things are, but that's just the base salary. It's not talking about the cap hits and the bonuses that you can accumulate prior to playing the NFL season. But I
Mhm.
agree with you. That as talented as Jalen Carter is, he still got some character questions that's going to be surrounding him. Just in the first game last year, you spit on somebody and got kicked out the game and didn't even play a snap. Didn't even play a snap. Those are some character issues that teams are going to have in their mind before they want to pay you. So it's going to be one of those
Ain't
things that
nobody
you absolutely have to look at.
ain't nobody finna sit here overpay for somebody that got 18 tackles and 3 sacks.
Steve-O, do you think Howie? I know Howie got the guts, but do you believe Howie got the guts to say, "Fuck it, we trading him now"?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah. Cause it's a motherfucker in Texas that would pay dumb money and boohoo pigs for him.
you already know. You
So
already know.
yeah. Hope you could deal with his attitude.
You already know. That's another thing. Another thing on the docket, man, Steve-O, is the Packers. The Green Bay Packers have made a move. They trade defensive tackle Kobe Wooden for Colts linebacker Zaire Franklin. This comes after the Green Bay Packers was reportedly shopping around Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary posts a post on Instagram saying he up out of there, then deletes the post and then claims that he got hacked. Come on, brother. You know we don't believe that mess. Stop playing with us.
And you
But
wear glasses. We know you saw that verification. Are you sure, nigga?
but for sure, how you feeling about that linebacker move for the Green Bay Packers?
I hate it because I like it. Because honestly, out of everybody on this defense, I feel like the lacking in talent the most was probably at the linebacker position. And I feel like just immediately coming in, like he's easily not, if not the best linebacker on the team now.
Yeah, we could probably
So
make that case.
so yeah, they just added another annoying side to side hard hitting linebacker that we got to fucking deal with.
Yeah, and the
And they
crazy
gave
thing,
and the D tackle they gave up was, I mean, when you get
guy.
when you get the people you got in return, like
Yeah,
it
you pretty
you don't
much
really
won the
care.
trade.
Yeah,
You pretty much won the trade if you're the Green Bay Packers, man, and that's just how you look at it. Even though they are a division rival, that was a solid move. That was a solid move for them. I can't even hold you. I think that was a solid move to go out there and get a veteran who just in 2024 had 137 tackles. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just ridiculous. How you out there flying? It's either like you was everywhere, your defense was so bad that you had to be everywhere. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna shoot it down, Jacob on. He a good player. I think he a good player. Will he make a huge difference? I don't know. I would like to
like
see
I
it. He
said,
is he is an older
I ain't
linebacker.
saying he the coldest linebacker out there, but the motherfucker can play.
I agree with that.
You're like 130 tackles ain't nothing to sneeze at, especially at the linebacker position, especially with him not being the biggest damn linebacker. We'll just make
Yeah.
him. That's my thing. Them little 6 foot linebackers is them irritating ones.
Yeah.
Cause them
So,
niggas is
man.
everywhere. They always around the ball.
Hey, remember he was about to fight Jeff Teague?
Hey, Jeff Teague, this bitch like, see, they traded your bitch ass.
Oh, the real what? And then other news around the NFL, Steve-O, is that we got the Cowboys placing a second round tender on a kicker, Brandon Aubrey. That means that, yeah, you can get some money. We can continue to negotiate. But if a team wants to snatch you from our team, they got to give us a second round pick. Boy, ain't nobody giving you no second round pick for no kicker, Jerry.
Nigga, is his name Messi? Nigga, his name Cristiano Ronaldo? Because goddamn it, this is Jerry just thinking he can outsmart somebody. I'm gonna set the
Bro,
new market for the kickers. No, you ain't.
no, you ain't. Pay that man.
Get that
He out here
motherfucker
hitting
right,
65 yarders, 70
right.
yarders.
And
Come
you
on,
sit
man.
here trying to motherfucker dangle the carrot. Ain't nobody finna bite that motherfucker.
That's crazy to me. You ask me, but hey, it's just crazy when you think about it, though. Now, Steve, I want to talk about this in depth real quick. And it comes to the Las Vegas Raiders, bro. And I think this would be a good thing for us to discuss. The Vegas Raiders, with all the moves they made, cutting Geno, cutting offensive lineman Alex Kappa, and making a number of moves and just having money and getting rid of Max Crosby. They have $120 million in cap space available, bro, in Vegas for the Raiders. My first thought, you better go get Tyler Lindenbaum.
If you
You got the money for it, and it ain't even gonna hurt you. And then you better go find the next available guard.
oh my mama.
Like, what does $120 million do for the Vegas Raiders, bro?
That and picks. They got picks and
Picks,
money.
money.
So you could go at it 2 ways. You could go out there and say we could build through the draft and then just use your picks, and then like you said, try to make some makes. Like I said, don't spend everything, but try to make a key signing here and there. Maybe a Tyler Linderbaum, maybe some another center somewhere else, another guard. Maybe trade for a guard. You could possibly trade for a guard out here. That's possible. But yeah, I think that was my whole scenario when I was saying with the Raiders when it came down to it. Why y'all fucking playing? This is what y'all need to be doing. Y'all have a guy that can give you the utmost value on top of the stuff that you already did to get some more money. So now you looking at it like, okay, you got a vision. Everybody know where you're going at running back. I mean, at quarterback. You got your running back. You got your tight end. Now start building the fucking house.
You already know, bro. And I think that if you are able to go out there and influence Tyler Linderbaum, a veteran center, to work with a rookie quarterback, that is one of the best things that you can do for him outside of head coach, QB coach, offensive coordinator. That's one of the best things I believe that you can do for him. And then you got to go out there and continue to build out the offensive line. You have the money to do so. If I'm Clint Kubiak and the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm not trying to move no picks unless it's absolutely guaranteed productive player.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't talking about no guy that's people are thinking about he's about to turn 30. I'm talking about some young players to where we giving up draft capital. Other than that, you should be trying to strike and hit on all your draft picks that you have this upcoming draft to support Fernando Mendoza. You got to bring him in the building. Like I said, I didn't agree with the Geno Smith move, but Clint Kubiak don't like the man apparently. So now how do you support this young guy? That's keeping Clint Kubiak in his ear. No diddy. And then getting a veteran center to help guide him and help him with checks and be like, nah, we ain't doing that. We doing this. That's some of the stuff that Jason Kelce, that's some of the stuff that Jason Kelce was able to help Jalen Hurts early on in his career that eventually got him to a Super Bowl. So Raiders, what y'all gonna do, bro?
Mm-hmm. Simple as that.
For real. That man Book said won't play his DE, but handing out ducats for the cleanest jersey on the field. Crazy book about to
Me.
start this shit.
Nah, for sure.
Do you guys think the Bears are gonna trade for a defensive tackle, or are they gonna go in the draft? What you think, Steve-O?
If we get a defensive tackle, it's probably in the draft. I don't see us trading for one.
Yeah, because what like when I like, and again, like with the Jalen Carter stuff is rumors, and I don't always fall for rumors, but I always think about a scenario. And my thing is, if Ryan Post, Chicago Bears GM, said, "All right, we picking at number 9. Y'all want to trade up for us just to move one spot because y'all think we moving or picking up or whoever finna come pick up Jalen Carter." He was like, "Cool, we finna go get Darnell Wright." Why would he double back?
Bro.
Ryan Post is typically not in the business of dealing with guys that have character issues. And Jalen Carter has those issues.
I'm about to say Lily confirmed everything he went through.
So trading for one, I don't know. And what I'm hearing about Dexter Lawrence out of New York, Jersey. What the? I'm trying to put
I
two cities together.
mean, you ain't lying. Them niggas is
The
in
New
Jersey.
York Jersey Giants.
Them niggas is at Jersey.
With the New York Giants is that Dexter Lawrence, the new DC over there that came along with John Harbaugh. They want to hang on to Dexter Lawrence. So it looks very, very slim for the Bears to trade for any defensive tackles. They're more than likely are going to have to draft one.
Nah, for real.
Bears need to trade Muggs to the Raiders for cash considerations. We need to see what's to it. I ain't gonna lie.
Send it. Trade Travis Homer ass.
Mr. Davison, he said Raiders may go for all the started O-line who were cap casualties like Decker, Taylor, Bonito, Linderbaum to reset their offensive line. Honestly, if you can fill it out, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad idea, like Steve-O said. It's not.
It's never a bad idea for protecting your quarterback.
You got to get the best protection available. We're not saying they have to be an elite O-line, but they can't be dumpster fire.
They can't be garbage.
For real. Book said Raider gonna sign Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans. Boy, that will be some dumb shit. I ain't gonna lie. Not Tyreek Hill. Mike Evans might be able to provide some leadership.
That's some LA Rams shit right there.
On the real. What? That is about 40 mil right there. Where do you think Tyreek Hill go? I don't even know. Do you go back to do they allow him to come back to KC?
Where else the fuck you gonna go?
Yeah, I don't see another option. I don't.
Another
option that makes sense. I can see another.
That's what I'm saying. I can see other options, but that makes sense. Yeah. Because I was about to say Patriots, but hell no.
Vrabel gonna be kicking his ass up and down Boston.
Motherfucker, you bring one Lamborghini in this motherfucker, I'll send you right home.
Miss Taylor in the building. What up, though? What you thinking about?
Yeah.
My man's Jose in the building. He said bear down. For sure.
Always.
You already know. Steve-O, the Texans finally did something smart after we treated them for the bad offensive decisions that they made. They opened up $22 million in cap space. Let's see what they do with it, bro.
Let's see.
For real. My man's Jay Capone said Muggs are going to want to play for the Bears. Are we missing something? We ain't missing nothing. We know that they're going to want to play for that system. It's the same way that people want to play for Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is an offensive guy that Steve-O has. Be real. I can think of Debo, but outside of Debo, has Shanahan had like a superstar wide receiver one? I can't recall. Because I wouldn't put Michael Crabtree in that. Like, when I talk about superstar, I'm talking about some Alex. I'm talking about your AJ Browns, your Justin Jeffersons, your Jamar Chase. That's who I'm talking about. Those type of stars. We had good ones, but Kyle Shanahan's so good, I don't remember him having a superstar wide receiver. And was Debo really a superstar wide receiver or a gadget?
Yeah,
that was really, really good.
Yeah.
Can you recall?
No, he hasn't.
I'm like, what?
He hasn't.
I'm trying to piece it together.
George Kittle.
That's a tight end, though.
That's what I'm saying. No, George Kittle. That's it.
Damn. That's why I think Muggs gonna want to play. It's gonna be, hey, if you expecting to get crazy amount of money out of Chicago, if you a wide receiver, Bears gonna be sending Muggs on their way. That's my anticipation, bro. Not even gonna lie to you. We're gonna see though. Tyree go back to kicking 50s in the back on his new hit show. Crazy. 50, speaking of 50s, 50 Cent this, Steve-O. Ah,
That
hey,
shit was ass. You could have kept that shit in the vault with the key locked.
right? This man booked talking about Debo was good and then discovered that he loved pizza at 3 a.m. and said, fuck it.
Hey, no, bro. I mean, like I said, I still don't think he had a bad year. He just quarterback fucked his arm,
Yeah,
elbow got destroyed.
I agree with that. Steve-O, do you have a good place for Darnell Mooney, former wide receiver from the Atlanta Falcons and Bears? I don't
Bears,
know.
come back home.
I honestly don't know.
I come back home. I don't want Alamane to ski key. Well, he's gone anyway. Be our third. We need a go ball anyway. Be our third down wide receiver again.
So you saying Darnell Mooney should go back to Chicago?
Yes, come back home.
I'm trying to think. I can't really think of
I
nothing.
mean, of course.
Raider?
Yeah, I mean,
They
yeah.
need
They need. They
pass
need.
catchers.
Yeah, Raider. Steelers.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
I can even see him on the Patriots.
That's interesting. We'll see what happens. Free agency starts Monday, by the way. That's when people can start talking. Obviously, things can change between Monday and Wednesday when it officially open up. But hey, we got some things on the docket, man. Julio in Atlanta was Kyle last big wide receiver, I think. Probably. And he was the OC. I'm talking about his head coach. I know
Yeah,
what you're saying, though.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's the only time he had a star in his presence. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Mr. Davidson, for sure. Cause I didn't think of that. But yeah, he was definitely the OC in Atlanta. And as a head coach, I cannot recall a superstar wide receiver that Kyle Shanahan was like, yeah, let's pay him.
It could have been Brandon punk ass Ayuk, but I don't know.
Straight goofy. He want to drive 90 miles across the state.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. I took the same route last summer.
Goofy as hell. Like fuck. Yo, Ty Tribbett looking at him tweaking.
Hey. Yeah, but that shit was terrible. I don't know what 50 was thinking on that latest one. That was bad. Man.
Motherfucker had that shit. That song old as hell. He had this shit. He made that shit 3 years ago. Said shit. Let me pull something out. Put it out. Fuck it.
On the real. Or type that shit into AI. And was like, it's good enough. For real. Steve-O, what place you think where you think Rashid Shaheed go?
That's the dude. That's the little punt returner for the Seattle, right?
Yeah. Teams are predicting that he might command a lot of money because of how he look and what the difference he made in Seattle.
Yeah, but you still need to catch the ball.
Agree.
As a wide receiver to demand whatever
Crazy
you want.
Money. That's
so
a fact.
Yeah. So I mean, anybody, honestly, because I don't think he gonna get what he think. Like literally anybody can grab him. Because I don't think he's gonna.
He gonna have to choose.
Might go to the Jags since they want to move away from motherfuckers.
For real. Looking at the deal for
Carolina. I like Carolina.
That would be nice for Carolina. Not gonna lie, because you got big guys on the outside. You need a guy on the inside. But then they have what's the damn wide receiver name? Who it was T-Mac. I know Xavier Legette, but it was a guy that was performing way better than Legette throughout the entire season. I think his number was like 80 something. I forgot his name. Man, he was doing real good too, bro. He was cooking. He was cooking.
You ain't talking about Jimmy Horn, did you?
No, not him. It's the other guy.
Coker.
Yeah, him. Coker. He had himself a good playoff game.
Jalen Coker, yeah.
Yeah, he had himself a good playoff game this past season, and he performed pretty damn well. So we'll see.
And he big motherfucker. 6'3", 213.
Yeah, bro. He got some game. But shit, why not? Instead of having 3, have 4. Fuck it.
Can't never have another nice wide receivers.
For real. Can't wait for that Ayuk 30 for 30 when he pull up on Mike Tomlin and be like, Daddy.
That nigga do look. Oh shit.
Hey man. But hey man. Steve-O, that's all the NFL news that we got for today, man. You got anything left?
Until somebody makes some news tonight. I mean, you know,
Bro, like what?
I ain't got nothing else though.
On the real. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. That is it from us today. We bring y'all the latest around the NFL with free agency, the tampering period starting Monday, with the official free agency period starting on Wednesday. It's going to be a busy damn week, so make sure y'all lock in. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell as well, man. And shout out to y'all for showing out last night, man. Y'all really did a lot for us. We appreciate y'all. Y'all went crazy on the Max Crosby video. So go ahead and go crazy on this one too. But we're going to keep that fire coming all off season. Make sure you lock in. And hey, y'all already know. Always love football. And y'all already know. We up out of here. Peace.
This has been a presentation